Okay, so what is Tennis for Free? Well, it's all focused around a weekly free coach-led tennis session in 2 hours a week in length. It's run on either Saturdays or Sundays for 50 weeks of the year. Sessions are open to all members of the public, delivered on public park tennis courts with 4 courts or more. This is because everything happens at the same time, so we need plenty of space. The TFF model is delivered by an approved local coaching team, typically 3 or 4 coaches, and they deliver the session in a mass participation structure. No specific coaching, more just lots of fun and drills and organised games. It's delivered on free court access policy park courts, so the council must have an all-inclusive walk-on and play policy. The sessions typically get 30 to 70 attendees per week. So what does it look like? Well, it looks something like this here. Parent and child group, mum or dad or a carer and their child will go through the various skill-based stations, improving hand-eye coordination. Then the next group up are not quite rally capable, so it's got a shortened court and low compression balls to make it a bit easier. And then there's the Approvers Plus group. This is generally split into weaker players and stronger players, but all these guys here can rally capable. Okay, so that's basically the structure of the session. So everybody will come along, mum, dad, kids, families, and they'll be slotted into whichever group is most appropriate. Okay, so how do we promote it? Well, here, as you can see, this is a banner, typical banner that we have in the community. There are flyers, posters, social media campaign, we link with the press. We basically try and get as much exposure to the scheme as possible. And you'll notice there that we always have a website that we specifically point the marketing material to, so people know where to go to find out more information. Okay, so they find out this information, they'll go to the specific website, this one here in Hounslow, this one, and they can see there's a wider program there of things to do, and then they can see on all of our sites there's a Tennis for Free book box. It's a once-off registration, and they can simply book in dead easy just after that. They book in themselves and family members. And there's an example of myself having booked in and just booked in my daughter as well. So it's that easy, 2 seconds to do that. And people can do that from their phone as well, and also if they just turn up at the site and haven't booked in or registered, a coach can do that on their phone or via a capture card, which is later processed. So we basically get to capture everybody who comes along to our schemes. Okay, so what does it look like?
Found out about it because I was going to the playing field to play football and they were playing it in the tennis courts. It was just really nice to do something a bit more active than just the normal stuff that you do at the park.
It's quite fun and it's nice to not pay, so it's like, yeah, it's free for everyone.
Good fun, got a bit of exercise. Not that I probably do need a little bit of exercise, actually a bit more than I'd get at the moment. The kids had a good time, which is the main thing, because they get out. Because kids tend to be a bit lazy on the DSs and the PlayStations and all that, so it's nice to get them out doing some sort of sport. And they enjoy playing tennis, it looks like, so they will be coming here again.
I'll be coaching you lot in 10 years.
You'll be watching me on a big screen.
So here's how we measure the effectiveness of the TFF scheme. We can monitor everybody that's come into our Tennis for Free sessions. There's a geolocation feature. This is taken from the fact that people enter their first line of address and postcode when they register. So we can see exactly whether the scheme is attracting the interest that it should. Okay, so here we can see a specific attendance stats for one of the sites. This is Queen's Park in Burnley, and there you can see 304 people have attended that session that launched. That was just for a 6-month period, and here you can see the different, the categories for each of the different groups, 16 to 24 there. But as you can see, a nice proportioned pie chart with all of the different age categories. Okay, we can also track socio-economic data. The socio-economic data scale, the government scale, is based on A to E, categorizing the population into A to E category. A and B being the high earners, through to D and E being the lowest earners and the unemployed. Okay, so here you can see that, again, we can plot this on a map. The green to red color scheme is based on population density. And then we can go inside the map and click into any of the areas and find out the social demographic, social grade of that area. This means we can specifically target the scheme to those areas that will really benefit most out of the opportunity we provide. So here we're just focusing in on Burnley, where we have one of our schemes, and just where I'm clicking now, you can see the social grading of the area there. That's where the scheme is, and as you can see, 1,548 people, and a big majority in the DE area. This means that these aren't typical tennis players. These are people who wouldn't normally be engaged by the sport. You can see another pocket of players here, and again, a big DE majority social grade of that area. This is based on the census data being pulled into the Courtline software, the 2011 census data. Okay, and I'm just going down to Birmingham here for another example. Here we have two schemes. We have North and South Birmingham, and the scheme in South Birmingham, we can click here, just around this area here, and specifically the scheme is just where I'm about to click now. Okay, it's the South Yardley area, and as you can see, another big majority in the DE category. So we can click any of these areas and understand the social demographic of that area, which means we can really target our marketing well. Here in the north, we can see we can click here, our site in the north, again a big majority in the DE category. So, but it's not always the case that an area might be like that. For example, here in the north of Birmingham, Sutton Four Oaks, we've got a big majority in the AB area. So it's good for us to be able to click around the different areas and target our marketing and promotion in the areas that most need it. Of course, everyone's welcome to come, but we wouldn't specifically target A and B areas. Here we can also pull in crime data. This data has been pulled in from the police's central server and it's showing hotspots of crime. It's a crime heat map. And just showing you here in Burnley, this is our site in Burnley, that there's a belt of crime there, and very much around where our Tennis for Free attendees are living. So again, we can see here we're also tackling a social inclusion agenda, which there's lots of evidence to suggest that socially excluded people feel there's not enough going on in their area and they don't feel welcome to take part. So it's great for us to look closely at the social inclusion side of the scheme. Okay, so you're probably thinking that with all these people brought into tennis that we've got some good success stories, and you'd be right, we've got lots and lots of great success stories. Let me just show you this one here.
Well, I started off in my football kit and just playing football, and I just finished the match. And Tony asked me to come in and play some tennis, so I picked up a racket and started playing. I started off quite badly, but then I got better. So I took off my football boots and played in my socks, just my socks.
Played in your socks?
Yeah. Well, I've got really good now, and I'm playing at competitions properly, and I got a tennis scholarship into Cheam High School to become #1.
Well, that video was 8 years ago. Here he is now, and this is his profile at Southern Indiana University, where he's currently on a scholarship to that university on the back of his tennis playing ability, where he plays #2 or 3 for the university team out there. I think it's fair to say that Sam's gone from strength to strength, and all of these pathways have been made possible by his introduction into tennis. And at Tennis for Free, we're really proud to have made that introduction for Sam.